What's going on, guys? Back here with another video. Just wanted to go over a few things of what I've been doing in my latest career in the plumbing field. So let's get into it. We have a lot of different things that I've been coming across, mostly drainage issues with like hair being in sinks or tubs or, you know, all kinds of blockages, stoppages, different things of such, just human bodily functions that we just shed and clog up our own, drain systems. So you got things like hair in that picture. In this picture here, there's more hair down a drain, and I believe sediment is the issue with this one. It was so blocked up that, we had to stick a big auger down there just to get it cleared. But so yeah, these are all things that come from our own human body that, potentially cost us some money and you have to go get fixed. Here's another issue here. You could definitely tell what that is. That's roots that were in a sewer line that got caught up, and apparently they break through those smaller, thinner walls of sewer line. If you have like the smaller ones, not the Schedule 40, but the thinner walls, they'll break through and crush it and get inside that, that pipe to get some of that water, and that will cause stoppages for sure. So that's one big issue that we came across in the field. Here's a little test that we do. If your flapper is, leaking, this is how we test it. This is with some dye. This one we use is it was like a green color. So if this ends up in the bottom portion of the bowl, that's how we know the flapper is leaking and it's leaking through, and it needs to be changed out. So we went ahead and did this test and waited a little bit and didn't really see much. But I think the customer did call back and say it did seep through eventually, but you never know. Customers could have flushed the toilet on accident and, thus allowing that dye to go into the bottom of the bowl. But we were there 15-20 minutes, didn't see nothing, so that just gave us the go ahead that it wasn't that bad of a leak, or a leak at all, if that, for that type of issue. Alright, in this part here, you could see there's a pinhole in this copper line. This copper line was all the way inside of the slab of the house, very close to some drainage at the bottom there, if you can kind of see that. So we didn't end up doing this job because it wasn't covered under the warranty. This was a non-warranty job, and it was going to cost a lot of money for him to get that fixed because we had to bust through the concrete and stuff like that. So, but that was an interesting one on that part. This one was really interesting. There was another slab leak, and we had to bust out, the floor, go inside, take a look what was going on. And of course, we found out that someone had done a repair, before, and it fixed, temporarily fixed the issue. Didn't really do it the correct way because they used these certain type of fittings that aren't the best. They're like these plastic gray fittings. We try not to use those at all, you know what I mean, because they're just not going to last. You can see it right here. They have that plastic fitting there connected to the copper line, and then it looks like on the left they had like a hose clamp that was actually covering up another hole that was that wasn't really leaking, but there was still a hole that they try to fix that way. Definitely a no on that end, especially underneath a house, because you have to you got to break through the concrete and all that stuff, and it's not an easy fix, and you can't have water, of course, because you have to shut it off unless you want to run a really high water bill. So, but we went ahead and took care of that, just PEX it together and, knocked it out and got done with that job. Right here, we have another slab leak. This one was definitely a pain because we started chipping out all the stuff to try to get in there, and we had leak detection come out to tell us that that's exactly where it was. But since that was a footer, it's like 12 inches deep, something like that. Really deep concrete, super hard to get out. Super hard to chip out. We were chipping away for like a good hour, 2 hours, and decided that, this is a lot of work. We're not really getting anywhere. We don't see the leak. We're going to go ahead and figure out something different to get this resolved. So what we did was we went ahead and reran the entire line and ran it to the kitchen, because that's where it was leading to. That piece that was leaking down there ran to the kitchen faucet. So we just went ahead and ran whole new line and gave her new shut-off valves with the PEX fitting, the angle stops, and just, we just fixed it that way, because it wasn't going to happen with the chipping out. It was going to take way too long and possibly break more things. So that's how we did it for that one. This is a gas leak that we determined with our bubbles, our bubble test. We just threw it on there, and of course, boom, right away we saw bubbles on that little section right there. So we we just have to order the part, get it in, and go ahead and take care of that gas piece right there, and get the customer good to go. I think this one was only going to the pool heater, so it wasn't like they're losing all of their appliances, but nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and get that taken care of as soon as possible once the part comes back. Here's another gas issue that we had resolved. The guy just wanted to hook up his grill, so we just went ahead and put the drip leg in and gave him a shut-off valve and buttoned them all up, and then put his little connection piece up top. That's a removable connector piece, kind of like the ones for your air compressors and stuff like that for the hoses. So it's like the same type of connection. So we went ahead and took care of that, got it all buttoned up, good to go, no leaks. Customer was happy, and now he could use his barbecue grill for the first time. Next, we have another gas drip leg that we connected for a new gas water heater. This one was interesting to get set up. Didn't really do too many of them just yet, but this is one of the first ones that we had got knocked out and got together. Got it all Tefloned up, piped dope, all that good stuff. Looking nice, looking clean. Customer was happy, got his hot water again, of course, because everyone needs their hot water and they're taking a shower. Definitely not used to being, taking a bath in that cold water. So he was definitely happy once we got all that stuff taken care of for him. And, of course, you already know, expansion tank. For these gas heaters, we always have to make sure that the expansion tank is hooked up and, not on any kind of plastics. That's why we kind of do it that way, where it's sitting on top of that brass fitting, so it's nice and secure, not going to fall. And we have to always make sure, since we have for gas, that we have metal next to the flue. So for the water lines, they always have to be metal, either that or copper. This job right here we did on Friday, which was yesterday, if you're watching this today. Man, this was a big job. A lot of hard work, a lot of labor, a lot of, intense digging and stuff, cutting concrete, as you can see that mark out right there. But man, what a satisfying feeling once we got done and everything was great, completed, and the customer was very, very happy. This is a very, very big job. Go ahead and details. We had to put in our clean outs here, directional side, one going toward the city, one going toward the house. Interesting, learning how all this stuff kind of works, in case you get a stoppage, certain ways and techniques to go ahead and feed your snake to the right direction. This is all Schedule 4D PVC. All the numbers are showing facing up, because that's what the inspectors like to see, so that's cool. Got all that taken care of. And in this picture here, you can see us laying the pipe, all the concrete was cut out, all that good stuff. Heavy duty chipping away, breaking up the concrete with a sledgehammer. Man, it was just a really, really rewarding job once you get done doing this kind of stuff. If anyone is familiar with this kind of work or does this kind of work, you know exactly what I'm talking about when you're done doing a big job like this and you've worked really hard. Everything was a success. Nobody got hurt. No one broke anything. We didn't have any kind of extra damage. And this was all hand dug. There was no machine, all by hand. 3 guys getting it knocked out, taking care of business. In this picture, you could see the rest of the run through the grass. Man, right in here, I don't know if you could see that, but there was a lot of roots that we had to get through here. Thank goodness it wasn't too bad, because you know, if you're familiar with this kind of work, you know that there's roots that are such a pain in the butt to get through. You know, gotta have your sawzall with your long wood blade to make sure you get cut. You know, you cut through all that stuff, because if not, you'll be there for hours trying to get through all that stuff if you don't have the right tools. Here's a quick video of everything beforehand. Got our canopy set up for shade. Got our waters, Gatorades, all of our good stuff, staying hydrated, of course. Always got to watch out for those irrigation lines. You don't want to have to fix any of those. I mean, we could do it if necessary, but you don't want to have to break any of those if you don't have to. There you can see. Got it all done. Concrete put back. Me and another guy went ahead and took care of that. Smoothed it all out. Backfilled everything back in. Looking as good as it can get. Once the rain comes, it'll wash it all down. There goes his new clean out for the house. And then he's got the two at the end of the street. Customer was happy. Job was done. And it was a great success. Well, if you made it this far to the end of the video, I just want to thank you. Appreciate everything. Thank you guys for the subscribers. I'm at 18 now, so thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. I really like making these videos. It's really fun showing you guys my, you know, basically my work life and what I've been doing and what I've been learning. I'm excited for the future. I know we're going to start doing HVAC again, but plumbing, I really do like and enjoy it.